New at 6, a little more than a month ago, the Highland Community College Board voted to fire head basketball coach Luke Norman. Norman served as head coach for 5 years, following in the footsteps of his dad, Pete Norman, who built the Cougars into a nationally known program for decades. We spoke with Highland Board President Chris Kaburski the night of the fateful board meeting, and she addressed the concern with potentially losing community support through donations that largely fund athletic scholarships.
Of course we are. We also know that we have to make difficult decisions sometimes. We understand and great thought was given to the repercussions, the ripple effect.
It'll take some time to determine how that turns out, but what's already turning out is Luke Norman's next act. He recently accepted a position as an assistant coach at Moberly Community College in Missouri. He took some time to sit down with me to discuss the end of his time at Highland while also looking forward to the next step in his coaching career. As Luke Norman and I sit in a quiet Mort's Bar and Grill, he can't help but share his feelings on being fired as Highland's basketball coach.
I mean, it hurts that I feel like I got kind of backdoored by our own admin.
It stems from a post-game fight and the forfeiting of games that followed. Norman says his team followed NJCAA protocols and forfeited 2 games. The region wanted them to forfeit another game, but Norman felt the school should appeal that ruling. According to Norman, the board elected not to appeal and instead forfeit the 3rd game, and in the following days, Norman was placed on administrative leave. Weeks later, he was fired.
It sucks that it went down the way it did. I'm very disappointed that Liz and the president and the board members did what they did, but again, this is my dream job, and again, the Cougar Nation, they showed up and supported me, so I had a good 5 years here, but it's time to move on, and everything happens for a reason. I mean, and now I'm going, kind of to a bigger job, so I'm excited about it.
Norman says he appreciates the support he received at the board meeting and around the Freeport community.
Cougar Nation showed up for me. I think 200 people on Zoom, 25 people spoke for me. And it is what it is. I mean, I feel like all I was doing, like I said, is I was advocating for my players, and I would do it again if I had to. I mean, I love my players, love the student athletes, and I feel like they got screwed out of an extra game they could have had.
Pete Norman, Luke's dad, is the architect of Highland basketball, building a program that has sustained success for decades.
I feel bad for him because now after 30 years, everything is down the drain. And again, I thought I was pretty much born and raised for this job, to be the AD and the coach. So for him to go out like this and kind of disrespect him the way they did when they cut him off.
You're going to cut me off?
Yeah. Please let him
I got
talk. Let him talk. He's earned it.
Luke grew up a Cougar, living in the gym with his dad and the players, molding him into who he is today. But things change, and now Luke is a Greyhound, accepting an assistant coach position at Moberly.
The tradition speaks for itself. I mean, like I said, a blue blood program, all-time winners program, 4 national titles. They've won 25 or more games in 9 straight seasons, and Pat Smith is a Hall of Fame coach, so he actually messaged me before he knew this stuff was going on. So I plan on staying at Highland, but once that stuff happened, I couldn't pass up the opportunity. I mean, to learn from a Hall of Fame coach, again, it's championship or bust there.
Moberly is still slated to come play at Highland's holiday tournament in December, which could make for quite a homecoming.
It will be weird, man, coming back for the holiday tournament. That's going to be an awkward feeling probably. It's going to be a lot of love, and who knows what the crowd will be like.
What Norman does know is that he's moving on to mid-Missouri and looking to create a new legacy for the Norman name there. In the meantime, Luke Norman is coaching Team FVV 17U AAU team, and you can look for them at a big tournament in Rockford this weekend on the Puma circuit.